Ooh.
All right, we're live.
We're live?
We are live.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Hey, man. Force Losers here.
What's up?
We are going to react all over your faces with this Last Jedi trailer that dropped last night. Why are we doing it Tuesday? Because we have fucking jobs, man. Couldn't do it on Monday night. We had real life stuff. But now we're here. Hopefully the stream is cooperating. Is this?
I think it is.
You think it is?
Yeah, it says we're broadcasting.
All right.
So we should be good. We're live. Yes.
All right. So let's watch the trailer, and then we're going to probably watch it again because we're rabid for this shit. And then we'll dissect it. We'll talk about it. Hit it. Oh, fucking, I love that.
I know, just that opening scene.
Look at those fuckers.
I know.
Those speeders are going to take those down, dude.
They had shin guards.
That is Anakin. That's Anakin going into the Jedi Temple. Fuck yeah.
I think?
Dude, it's the same shot.
Something truly special.
Oh.
Is that more white than blue? Or is
No,
that
that's just the lighting, dude. That's
okay.
just the lighting.
I've just always thought that lightsaber was white more than blue.
Look at that shit.
I know. He's just forgotten about putting skin on it now.
He's giving up. Journal of the Wills. That's the Journal of the Wills. She's a bad bitch, dude. She's a bad bitch.
And I love this next line for Luke.
Look at the actual terror on his face, man. That fuck.
He's been through some shit now.
I like this. I fucking like
I know
this.
where he
Just boom, done. Fuck that mask.
tired of hiding. Or maybe that's kind of like, I'll say it.
This.
I don't think he does it.
I don't know, man. Look at that. Look at his face.
I know. Well, it's the same face he had before.
No shit. That's why I think it's going to happen. I think they're going to do it.
I don't think so.
Porgs!
You got that bad motherfucker.
I'm glad that Poe's getting more time. Look at Phasma. Phasma and Finn, man. It's going down.
Hell yeah. Traitor!
Dude, no shit.
He kept those.
What are those wolves? What are those fucking wolves?
I don't know, but it looks like they're on Hoth.
Rey's going into the water, kind of like Thor in Avengers Age of Ultron. Look at Snoke, dude. What is he doing to her?
I don't know. Imposing will, maybe? I know.
Now, I don't know if those are the same scene. I really don't. I think that's like
the lighting looked the same.
A little bit, but I don't know.
December 15th.
Fuck it, let's run it again. Run it again, Brad.
All right. Do you want to like pause it?
Yeah, pause it on this frame.
Okay.
The frame where he's standing. It's Kylo Ren, or is that Hux? Is that Hux or Kylo Ren?
That looks like. The hair looks like Kylo, but the uniform looks like Hux. It
kind of looks like Hux. But like, what I like about this scene is you're seeing the
They're building the walkers, aren't they?
Yeah, you're seeing the machinery of war, the First Order. And what I like about this, what I think this is setting up, is that the First Order is like, oh, you blew up our fucking planet, but haha, we destroyed the New Republic. So now it's the machinations of war. This is what's going to happen. Now they're bringing the fight. I think this is going to be like the First Order setting out to kick some ass. And I think that's what this scene sets up. It's so...
I know.
And the visuals, dude. You could put this on a poster.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I know. I think that probably has been a poster.
I hope so. I hope it is. That's badass.
You realize this already has 16 million views. Look at that number.
16 million and one.
No, 16,712,743.
I stand corrected.
Since yesterday.
Hit it.
Snoke in the background.
Okay, now look at these things. No fucking snow speeder is going to take that motherfucker down. Like, they beefed that motherfucker up.
They upgraded the legs.
Exactly. And look at that. You see Kylo Ren's shuttle, right? So
oh, yeah, that's true.
I think this is like the third act of the film. I think this is like where...
Maybe. But just because, I mean, I only have to ask because, I mean, they're facing just a sheer mountain cliff.
Right.
Why?
Maybe it's got like something to do with the resistance base.
I'm about to say maybe.
It's not the resistance base on Dakar that was in The Force Awakens, but it might be a resistance base.
Yeah. And the question, why is it called the Resistance if the Republic is still in seat?
Well, because the Republic wouldn't fund it.
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
Because and they set this up in the Bloodlines novelization. You had two factions within the New Republic. You had the Centralists and another faction. So, like, the Centralists were vying for a strong central power over the New Republic, and a lot of those were like old Empire sympathizers or people that, like, not maybe sympathize, but like held the Empire up to like this golden standard and kind of whitewashed over all of their atrocities.
Yeah.
And those people were by and large in the pocket of the First Orders. The First Order is forming itself in unknown space. And that's when the First Order comes out. And then there's another pocket that were like more decentralized, more planetary control, things like that. So the Resistance was formed out of Leia knowing that the First Order was coming, and she was like, you know, fuck this, we're gonna go out and take the fight to them. But the New Republic wouldn't commission their navy or their military forces for them.
Okay. But,
like those,
I love that the only place you see that it's like, okay, they have some new guns, but the legs have like been given shin guards that look like they could kick something in.
Because they don't want another snow speeder to take it down. They're like, fuck those snow speeders.
I hate snow speeders.
I love those things.
In some of the video games where you fly the speeders, like Rogue Squadron, I hate the snow speeders. Hate it.
Hit it. Who is Snoke talking to? Look at that scene. That scene right there, where Kylo Ren is walking forward, and he's got all those troopers with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you said that was Anakin walking in the
that's
Jedi
just like Anakin raiding the Jedi.
Oh, it
temple.
is. Oh, yeah.
That's a good little poetry book. All right, who is Snoke talking to?
If I had to guess, it's probably gonna be a speech he's giving Kylo.
Right.
Like maybe in like Act 1 of the film.
Like it might be because, like, Luke clearly says he's only seen this kind of raw strength
one other
before,
time,
and that's got to be Ben Solo. That's got to be Ben Solo. That's got to be Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna plant this in your head. What if Snoke is talking to Rey?
I know, because of that scene where you see him looking angrily at her while she's floating there screaming.
What if Snoke dropped Rey off on Jakku?
By the way, am I the only one who thinks that Snoke looks like someone lit Sloth from the Goonies on fire and then really quickly put him out? Like, he looks like Sloth but melted.
You're not the only one now.
All right. Okay, there's just Kylo.
So this has got to be the first thing.
That's when he picked up his lightsaber, yeah. Maybe a flashback to when it happened. Then you got Ren holding the Rey holding the lightsaber. And Lucas.
Oh, dude. You know it's about to go down. That's such a cool visual.
I know, where you see where Luke's been hiding.
Yeah.
That hand.
Grabbing the lightsaber. Look at his face.
I know. He's been out of it.
That's the Journal of the Wills. That is the Journal of the Wills.
Okay. What's that?
It's like it's from old legends. It's like the books that, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the books that the first Jedi inscribed with like their credo and their
Oh yes. Okay.
So and then they teased this in Rogue One because Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus were guardians of the Wills on Jedi.
Yes.
So because this is supposed to be the first Jedi temple. The first Jedi temple is supposed to be on Ashto, which is why Luke sought it out, right?
Yeah.
So it only stands to reason that the Journal of the Wills is on that island.
And you got Rey, who's been learning.
Look at his face. Look at Luke's face right there.
Just that shock and terror.
Yes.
And that. Okay.
I mean, okay.
He's glassy-eyed.
Yeah. Can we just say that, like, Mark Hamill, if he doesn't,
he's brilliant.
If he doesn't get an Oscar for this, fuck you.
Hasn't he already won an Oscar?
I don't think so, but he needs one.
No, because wasn't there something that people always talked about? Like someone else from Star Wars won an Oscar for Star Wars, but Mark Hamill didn't.
Might have been for like visual effects.
No, because I remember he didn't win an Oscar for Star Wars. He won an Oscar for the Joker in the Batman animated series.
Well, naturally, he should. See?
Wait, did he? I don't even remember.
Know. If he
I'm doubting myself.
If he did, he deserves it.
I mean,
just look at his face. And what is that? What is that thing right in the middle there? What is that? Did Rey do that on the ground?
I doubt
it. She did.
That looks like
something.
Look at
his face.
I know, but that seems like what he looks like he's walking into might be like an inner sanctum for a Jedi or something. Maybe.
I mean, just look at the sheer terror on his face. Like he's actually terrified. And this is clearly that is the destruction of his Jedi
of Academy. The old Jedi Academy.
Yes, that's when Ben Solo said, fuck you, and
But
just
now,
killed everybody.
who is that?
That's Luke. That's his hand.
But in the next scene,
He's falling next to.
but look,
Archie.
that's the wreckage that the hand's coming out of. So at this point, I mean, did he just come out of the wreckage, walk over just to turn around and look?
I think he was like caught up in it,
Maybe.
and
Who else is R2 going to sit next to?
well, I mean, clearly that's Luke, and he's he's broken. He's literally broken because his nephew just destroyed his life's work essentially.
Yeah,
and that's what causes him to be so jaded and so terrified of Rey and her power.
What happens when he pulls an Obi-Wan?
Yeah, well,
I mean, and again, that look,
he's genuinely terrified.
It's funny because in the first one you don't quite see unless you're really looking for it. In the second one, it's very screamingly obvious. Because and I think he does it just because that's the point where he turns around, he walks away from Rey because of how terrified he is.
Right, he does not want to touch this because I guess, like he
doesn't want to train.
He has to be doubting himself now because if his nephew destroyed everything, he's going to feel like he failed him.
What will his niece do?
Well, we're gonna find out. But I mean, this is interesting because if he's that jaded, he's just like, I'm done, I'm out.
No.
I don't know, man. This is gonna be so interesting. This is gonna be an interesting journey for me because, like, at the end of Return of the Jedi, everything's hunky dory, you know. And now he's got this whole new. It's what's funny because Luke has always struggled with fear, always, and that's fear.
Yeah. Let's see. And then she's wondering, like, okay, the mask or the helmet. Bam!
See, I wonder if that's him, like,
smashing it.
Stop trying, he doesn't want to live in his grandfather's shadow.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might be him saying it's time to stop trying to be Vader.
Yeah.
Start being Kylo.
Yeah. And then just the space battle, dude. Like, because these are the Resistance heavy bombers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Reminiscent of the old...
the medical frigates.
The medical frigates from the Rebellion.
Yeah.
Well, in what is it? Rogue One. It's more they revealed them as they're not so much like certain ones are going to be medical frigates,
right?
But most of them are going to be Admiral Akbar people.
The Mon Calamari.
Yeah. It's mostly like their armada, their ships. Like that's the design for them. So I mean,
they already showed. Admiral Akbar was in.
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
Oh yeah. And then
this dude, if they do this, that's ballsy. That is like ballsy. I mean, because like they got to do something with Carrie, right?
I know. But and see in one of the scenes, like the one where they're on the ice planet, it looks like she's CGI'd in.
Well, they said they're not going to CGI.
Oh, they didn't.
Period.
Okay, so
they're not using any CGI. So everything she shot is for this movie. But I mean, like, he already killed his dad. So
but fan theory on that one.
Okay.
I think I talked to you about.
Well, yeah, that Han
where
ignited the lightsaber.
Han's the one who killed.
Which would be beautiful if that's how it went.
That's poetic right there.
But, dude, like, I mean, look at Leia's face. Like, they're obviously because Leia's always been very perceptive.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So she knows.
Well,
that's
and even
then
in the Force Awakens, they actually do kind of show her like she's somewhat learned how to use the Force enough to at least sense people.
She's very perceptive.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you can clearly
you can see Kylo's
You can see the conflict on his face. Like, he is torn as to what he's going to do.
He's either going to blow up his bomb and finish off.
So, like, I mean, if they do it and he kills Leia like that, ballsy. If they don't and he backs away at the last second, that's like they're teasing a redemption arc for Kylo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want Kylo to be redeemed.
But you know what? I know. But at the same time, I mean, are they going to, and I only say this, respect to Carrie on that one, they're either going to have to kill her off in this movie or in the next.
Well, yeah, they got to do something.
Because you can't just have, like, people talking about Princess Leia or, I don't know, what
I mean, I'd be a little disappointed if they kind of, like, explained it away.
Exactly. Well, not even so much explained it, but, like, have actors talk about her like she's still in the movie.
Yeah.
But never show her.
Yeah.
That would no.
Be a little hard.
They kind of have to kill her off either now or in the beginning of the next.
But it's in good hands because JJ's got it.
JJ.
But look at the conflict on his face. Like, he's legitimately confused.
It's the same look he had on his face when he was dealing with Han.
Adam Driver's the fucking man, dude. Adam Driver's the fucking man.
He is. But what I think's gonna happen is Kylo's going to pass up on it. But I think the ship's still going to get destroyed. But a lot depends. A lot depends on if this is the second act or the third act.
Dude, that would be so fucking beautiful. If, like, he backed away at the last second, didn't kill his mom, but the frigate gets blown to hell anyway. Oh, dude, my fucking heart just broke.
Because that would still, I think that would also kind of confirm that, okay, Han's the one who ignited the lightsaber. And then that would basically mean he couldn't kill either parent, and he's redeemable. But at the same time, you're teary-eyed right now.
No, that fucking kills me. That'd be so beautiful. Do that. Do that.
I mean, look at the look on his face.
I know, he's so conflicted.
I mean,
and you know this is early in the movie because he's got that like space band-aid over his
But
scar.
at the same time, he doesn't have the helmet on.
Yeah, but like,
so he's already destroyed the helmet at this point.
Yeah, but he's got the space band-aid. He's got space band-aid.
Well, yeah.
So you know it's got to be early in the movie because they show later frames of him without the space band-aid.
Do they?
Yeah.
No, because I thought in the part where he's talking to Ren.
Watch it.
Or Rey.
Watch it.
I keep going.
Watch it.
I know. All right. So see the
That was beautiful, dude. Oh no, I can't watch this scene the same way.
I mean, and you can
can't watch the scene the same way.
That second shot of Carrie, like you kind of see her having a little bit more of an emotion to her face.
Dude, I can't watch that scene the same way.
I know.
Oh,
and then
fuck you, Brad. You broke me.
But then, I mean, is that resignation?
That still sounds like that still looks like conflict. Like he's about to back off because
But I don't know. That's either confirmation he's about to hit the button, or that's him still fighting with himself.
I think he's gonna back off because, like, okay, when he killed Han, it was like he resented Han. He said, you know, he was a terrible father. He resented Han. I don't know if he resents Leia the same way. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it because he talked. Like even
because he never spoke about Leia in The Force Awakens. He never spoke about his mother.
But at the same time, whenever his parents were brought up in a pair, he would steer the conversation towards hate he has for his father.
Exactly.
But he would leave his mother completely out.
Exactly. He never brought up Leia in that movie. I
think Kylo's a mama's boy.
I think so, and I don't think he's gonna do it. No.
But I mean, again, that's either resolution to hit the button, or he's
not going to do it.
Or that's him choking up and he's not going to do it.
I think so. I think he's gonna.
That's the moment right there.
I think he's going to pull out at the last second. And
like you can look at his face right now and you can see he made his decision, but whether or not it's which decision.
Exactly. Like you fucking nailed it, Brad. You broke me.
And that's resolution.
She's resolute. She's okay with it.
Exactly.
She's okay with whatever's about to happen.
No matter which turn that takes, Leia is like, okay.
She's good with it. She's good with it. It's kind of like when at the end of The Dark Knight Rises, when Batman's pushing that bomb out to sea, and you see that that resignated face come over it, and he's finally at peace. That's that.
That's before he knows that the autopilot was re-engaged.
Well, it's Batman, right? So he's going to pull a fast one on you. I don't think Leia's going to pull a fast one. I think she's.
I don't know.
What is this? What is this? Is that okay. I think it's that planet. I think it's that planet with all the red dust.
Oh, the desert?
Yeah,
I don't know. That looks more like crystal, though.
It is crystal, but I think that's like an underground or like in those cliffs, maybe.
Well, and it's just Chewie, and you see the what?
The port.
The port.
They're called ports.
Okay.
Ports!
But you only see Chewie in the ports. You never see who's in the pilot seat. True. So, true. Because didn't Finn leave with Chewie?
No, Finn was in. He was healing because
that's right.
Kylo Ren went up and sliced his back up.
Yeah.
But that's going to be an interesting scene because obviously that means Chewie and the Falcon are going to be involved in that.
Well, because didn't Chewie they took him to Skywalker.
Yeah, Chewie and R2 and Chewie and R2 took Rey to.
Yeah, that's right. So I mean, Luke. So you know they've at least left the planet. So
yeah.
So we will see something from Luke and.
I think
Rey.
Luke and Rey are going to leave Ahch-To at some point. Or Rey is going to take off, kind of like Luke did in Empire. She's like, you know what, sayonara, I got to get back in this. And Luke's going to be like, I can't do it. And then eventually Luke will like follow behind. Maybe.
I don't know. You never saw Yoda get out his lightsaber again.
Well, he didn't. He never recovered it.
I know.
He never recovered it.
Oh, that's right.
No,
he didn't.
I think they showed in one of the comics that one of the clone troopers melted it down.
Oh.
Yeah. Sad end to Yoda's blade.
All right. So we've got the.
So clearly Chewie's going to be active in this film.
Okay, there he is.
Hordes!
And now what just blew up?
I don't know, but I think that's. But look at that. He's got a fucking booster on his X-wing.
Yeah, man.
Poe's a badass.
Okay, and wait.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait to see.
So Phasma got out of the trash.
Yes, and they addressed this in the Phasma book.
Your trash, Phasma.
Yeah, she got out. She lived. And they not in the book, but in the comics. They addressed it in the Phasma comics. But I want to see
Did one of
Finn.
those monsters grab her or something?
No, unfortunately not. I want to see Finn kick Phasma's ass. Or you know what? Even better. I want to see Phasma kick his ass.
Why do you want to see Phasma kick his ass?
Because, dude,
well,
like,
you know what? You do see him getting carted off to a.
Well, he's in a First Order uniform.
Yeah.
He's in a First Order uniform.
That's true, but you at the same time you see him getting carted into a First Order base. It seems because you see the stormtroopers behind him.
Yes,
and you do see him in cuffs.
I think.
So is he going in, or?
I think he's infiltrating. I think he's infiltrating because like one of the whole premises of the movie is Finn and Rose's little side adventure. Rose being a resistance mechanic that tags along with him.
Yeah. So
I think I don't know. I like the idea of Phasma like exacting revenge for them stuffing her in a trash compactor. Because you got to think, man, Phasma is the same actress that does Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones, and she's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. You have to assume that Phasma is no fucking slouch. That's going to be a cool fucking fight. That's going to be badass. Because Finn's a scrappy dude. Like, even with a lightsaber, he's a scrappy dude. He held his own for, like, 3 seconds with Kylo Ren. Which is that's nothing to balk at when you got, like, a dark side user wielding a lightsaber.
Yeah, that's true.
That's going to be so badass. And look, hit it again, because they showed this really awesome thing. One more time. Hit it again. One more time. Look at that. Look at that. You can actually see Finn in the reflection of her helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I love that he kept the fucking shock baton.
That's gonna be cool
from that one trooper.
Do you think like in that moment he's like, "Fuck! I wish I had that lightsaber."
Oh, don't we all?
I know, right?
That's real life right there. Like, don't we?
You know, it's funny. When I was 8 years old, I wrote a letter around Christmas time to Santa Claus asking for a legitimate lightsaber, and you know what? I never got it. So every time I see a mall Santa Claus, I'm like, "Hey, fat boy." Where's my fucking lightsaber? Now, granted, he was probably thinking like, hey, you know, we shouldn't give an 8-year-old control over a lightsaber. But fuck you, I wanted it. Still do. Hit that shit.
I would say that's why we never ever get lightsabers.
Oh, I would chop my arm off in like 3 seconds, dude. Instant regret.
Okay, but and now we see like the part where destroyers are falling and
right.
Now
what's going on here with Luke telling her this is not going to go the way you think it will?
Luke's despaired, man.
He's damaged.
He is.
He's damaged, man. This is going to be really interesting.
Should have shot the door quicker.
Why's the door, kid?
And then you got the foxes. Now wait, let me actually draw that back a little bit.
Oh, with Leia?
Well, not even Leia, but what do we perceive in the distance there?
The crystal foxes?
Well, as the scene with the crystal foxes, but I'm talking more.
Oh, there was one little thing in the distance they're playing.
Okay, I want to catch it. What is that?
It looks like a mirage, man. It looks like a mirage.
I don't know. That looks like more like a ship, and that's Leia standing out.
Well, she's in a hangar. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's interesting because that looks kind of like a. It looks like it's a reflection on the sand there.
I know.
That's cool.
Maybe.
Everything in this trailer is just visually stunning.
Now, see, what was she diving for?
I don't know.
And then to have Luke waiting for her.
I think she's going through some trials, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's like
kind of like what Yoda did for Luke.
Kind of
like with the Darth Vader.
Yeah, and with the cade, that cade that was kind of like exactly that was swirling with dark side energy. So maybe Rey has to go through some trials just like that, you know.
But I don't know, from the way Luke was talking, like the way Luke's talking the whole trailer, from what he says, he doesn't seem to really, I don't want to say follow, because I mean he can still follow it, but he doesn't almost seem to believe in the Jedi.
No, I think he's completely disenfranchised. I think he's completely disenfranchised. But I think he's more disenfranchised with where a Jedi's place is in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Because I think from his perspective, every time he's gotten involved, bad shit happens.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he got involved with the galaxy and his Jedi axiom was destroyed. Every time he got involved with the galaxy, more war erupted from it. I think he's reclusive now because he's like, it's better if I stay out of it. Which is why I think he's telling her that, like, whatever you're thinking about doing, getting involved, it's not going to go the way you think it will.
Maybe.
Because he's just so jaded. He's broken. He's a broken man in this movie.
But then, okay, so from the look on his face, maybe, and it's the scene with him, maybe handcuffed. From the look on his face, yeah, Finn.
Yeah.
Might be hit from, he might be either in handcuffs or he might be
maybe
inserting himself. I don't know.
Maybe it's like infiltrate.
But then then you see all the march ups.
Oh, dude, they are getting ready for war.
Yeah.
The First Order's getting ready to throw some shit down, man. Every one of these frames with all of their machines of war, man, they're getting ready to throw down.
See, now I want them to bring back and start making like references to the CIS, the old separatist movement.
Oh, the
droid
Confederacy of
armies
Independent States.
Yeah.
Well, they did throw the little quip in there in The Force Awakens that, perhaps the Snoke should consider a clone army.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? And backstory behind that one is there were a lot of Imperial officers who were very much against having the clone army still after they rose to power. Good Lord. You just blocked out my camera. But there were a lot of officers who were distrusting of clones.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, and then the in-canon explanation for recruiting stormtroopers instead of continuously making clones is that clones were incredibly susceptible to biological warfare. Because it was all the same DNA strain.
Well, then because I remember they had increased aging process,
right?
And they also had like increased metabolisms,
right?
So everything hit them faster,
right? That's why in Rebels, Captain Rex is so aged. Only after what 18 years, 17 years, he's really aged. Because of this.
Wasn't Rebels? Rebels is after the betrayal.
Yeah, it's like
66.
It starts off like 4 years before A New Hope.
Okay.
And now I think it's like 2 or 3 years before You Hope with.
So they still touch on Rex and Cody.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Well, not Cody. Cody straight up portrayed Obi-Wan. Right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking. But
are they? Rex was able to remove his inhibitor chip.
Well, and I actually remember I heard another story where Rex is an older clone before they started to place in the chips.
No, he had this inhibitor chip, but there was a little in season 5, I think it was.
Okay.
They did a little thing about the inhibitor chips that replaced the clones to make them compliant with Order 66.
Yeah.
Rex removed his. Rex had his removed.
Like, did he take a knife to the side of his scalp?
They never explained why, but he got it out of there. And he was actually on Mandalore with Ahsoka during Order 66, and he actually helped Ahsoka escape Mandalore.
Okay, so they do explain how Ahsoka escaped.
Yes, because I think Rex and Ahsoka faked their deaths. So they actually they dug like a fake grave for Ahsoka, and she put her lightsabers in there.
She can't take her lights. She can't bury her lightsabers.
She had to make it convincing.
Oh, I know.
She had to make it convincing because it was actually Anakin that brought her lightsabers, and then Anakin and Obi-Wan had to leave Mandalore to go to Coruscant and rescue Palpatine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's right at that point.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's like the beginning of the third movie.
Right, and then later in that novelization, the Ahsoka novelization, she actually takes the crystals from a Inquisitor's lightsaber and heals them, and then she has the white blades.
Yeah.
Which is why we're not seeing any lightsabers from Luke. But I think I saw that there's like a Funko Pop that had like a red kyber crystal around its neck. I don't know. I might be completely wrong. But if Luke has
what if that's Vader's old kyber crystal?
Fuck off, dude. That'd be so good.
Dude,
what if he healed
his father's lightsaber?
And he gets a white blade? Oh. Stop it, Brad. You're breaking me. Go again.
All right. So then we got...
Oh, there's a fight.
Okay, so there is at least a... Okay, and again, Snoke.
Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting because in The Force Awakens, Han tells Ben, Snoke only wants you for your power. So that made me think, like, Snoke has no Force ability. He has no ability in the Force. However, he's doing some shit to Rey.
But but I mean, we see what's probably Snoke in the background.
Right, because you see some of the robes of his Praetorian guards.
Yeah, but level with me on this one. What if it's not Snoke?
What if it's Kylo?
Maybe. I mean, only in my reasoning behind this, what makes it a possibility, is in the Force Awakens, you had the interrogation scene where Rey turned the Force on to Kylo.
Right, she turned.
So what if this time he's more determined to break into her mind?
Maybe. It's
not necessarily that he's torturing her, but maybe this is him exerting more force into doing it and keeping control.
Maybe he's trying to figure out some more secrets, because I am thoroughly convinced that Kylo Ren knows who Rey is to an extent, because there's that scene on the First Order Star Destroyer in The Force Awakens where the guy says, "They left with a girl," and he goes, "Look, girl." So I think he's he's in the know to a certain extent about who she is or what she is. I think there he might be trying to get it mercy. Or, I mean, I don't know, because if it's Snoke,
If it is Snoke,
he's a bad motherfucker.
well, yeah. I mean, it's now a good fan theory that I also found out. I'm just gonna be talking about fan theories because I've heard a lot.
Why not?
There's a fan theory out there that Rey was at the Jedi Academy when the betrayal happened, and the Academy got destroyed, and that Kylo was about to kill her, couldn't bring himself to kill one of the younglings, and instead took her and dropped her off at Jakku.
I've heard of that too, because there's that during the Force back scene that she has in The Force Awakens. You see this one of the Knights of Ren, he raises a club and he's about to smash her, and then boom, gets run through by Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Yeah. So maybe, man, maybe she was at the Jedi accident.
That'd be
maybe.
cool. And that's
really
that's
cool.
how he knows who she is.
I mean, we know she's probably about
She's about
5
the
or
same
6
age.
years younger.
Yeah.
Because like they said that Kylo Ren in the movie is like 29, 30, and she's like mid-20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
So it could fit.
So I mean, you see,
She's getting tortured
fucked up.
She's getting tortured there though. Man. That's intense.
And she's wearing Jedi-esque robes.
In a way, yeah. I think those
Because I think that's a change of the robes that she was
that
wearing.
you see in the advertisements, the toy advertisements, maybe.
Because I think like those are gray, and you see like the black accents or whatever.
Right, and clearly
and before she was wearing just like plain brown.
Right, clearly she leaves Ahch-To and she seeks out either Kylo Ren or Snoke.
And she found Snoke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is bad news bears.
And then we're gonna be talking about this one for a little bit. Hold on, just wait for it, and he offers the hand. Okay, now.
Okay, my theory, this is misdirection. Although, I'm about to fucking destroy my own theory. That would be an incredibly interesting twist. Because what if Rey goes with Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, and Episode 9 is about redeeming Rey, bringing
and
Rey
Kylo
back.
dies in the process to kill Snoke.
Or yeah, like Luke's whole journey in Episode 9.
Kylo becomes Darth Vader, and Rey becomes Luke.
Or no, like Luke's whole journey in Episode 9 is redeeming Rey, is bringing her back. That would be intense. That would be a fucking twist of the ages. If at the end of Episode 8, Rey's like, "Fuck you, Luke. I'm gonna go with your nephew, and he's gonna teach me shit you never did."
Now, what?
That sounded more like wronger than I intended it to.
It did.
That sounded bad.
Shades of Episode 1. But what if this is like a big battle? What if this isn't towards the end of the movie per se? What if this is kind of more of a end of the second act, beginning of the third? And what if she goes ahead and she takes Kylo's hand, and then that leads to the scene we see with Rey and Snoke?
Fuck off, Brad. I think you put it together.
Like, what if that's how she meets Snoke?
Oh my god, I think he put it together. And then Luke has to go rescue her and bring her back because I think that Rey's willingness to go with Kylo even after everything she's had with Kylo.
She's very confused though.
She's seen Kylo Ren kill his own father. She fought him on Starkiller Base. So after everything, for her to say, "I'm going to go with you and see what you have to offer," because this decrepit asshole isn't teaching me shit, and he's telling me no, he doesn't want to help me.
Just pointing out.
Oh my god!
Just pointing out, and this kind of supports it. That decrepit ass being the Last Jedi.
Fuck off! You are kicking my ass tonight, Brad. Jesus! I think you fucking nailed it. I don't need to see the movie now. I'm just gonna have him explain it to me. I want to see your version of this movie.
You could be a director. All right, we'll get
the score. Can we talk about the score? Can we talk about the score? Yes, bitch!
It's backwards, but yeah, whatever.
Can we talk about the score, though? The score is just fucking amazing. Like, whoever cut this trailer, I'm assuming it was Ryan Johnson. Oscar! Give him an Oscar.
Oscars for everybody.
Everybody. Like, everyone at Lucasfilm. Give him a fucking gold statue.
They need to.
You know what? Like, I am fully aware that they are going to keep making Star Wars movies from here to time immemorial.
Just keep milking that cat.
Fuck it, man. I'm in. All of it. Face, neck, and chest, man. All of it.
No.
So we are both thoroughly aroused at this moment, and we are counting down the days until December 15th.
Yes.
Man. So we hope you've enjoyed us
chatting up some more,
giving mouth love to this trailer, and we hope you guys tune in to episode 2 of the Force Losers podcast.
Yes.
It will be premiering next week. We're actually going into the studio on Saturday to edit it up and make it good to go. So we'll see you guys then. Oh, I'm spent.
I know.
I'm fucking spent.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, guys, we're going to sign off from the Force Losers. Later.